Now this chart, it discusses the current affairs in UPSC Prelims since 2011. Okay. Now for convenience, we have subdivided, like further divided current affairs into these 9 topics. Okay. One is art and culture. Have a look at it. One is art and culture based current affairs. Then we have not added history, right? It doesn't make sense. Like ancient, medieval, modern history. It's history itself, right? That cannot be current affairs based question. Then there is polity based current affairs, economy based, geography, environment, science and technology, defense and nuclear science, international organizations, rankings, etc. And then there is other general knowledge which cannot be categorized into any of the above categories. Okay. Now let's discuss subject by subject, then we'll talk about the total. Okay. Now, art and culture, if you observe, previously prior to 2011, they used to ask a current affair based question from art and culture. Since 2011, they have not asked any question. Okay, so the average for art and culture is 0. For polity, if you see, like last year, 2 years, there were no questions which are based on current affairs. Okay, now this is surprising, but it's the fact. Okay, if you don't believe me, go yourself, have a look at question paper, see all the polity questions, and see if any of them is current affair based, or you can answer them directly. Okay, based on the static knowledge. Highest they have asked is 5 questions in 2016, then 4 questions in 2019. But the average, if you see, it has remained 1. Okay, this column represents the average. Okay, the last one. So on an average, you get only 1 questions, which is current affair based in polity. Okay. In economy, if you observe, the average is 5, but once they asked 17 questions, once they asked 15 questions, which were current affairs based. I observed this paper, okay, 2016. What has happened is, that time government launched many new schemes, okay, Stand Up India schemes, like that was the period, right? The 2014 new government came, 15, 16, they launched a lot of new schemes. So mostly the questions are based on those things, okay, and it all falls into economy, most of it, okay, schemes related to education, businesses, health, etc. Therefore, the number of questions over here are more. Otherwise, it has been small. Okay, last year only 2 questions were there, which were current affair based in economy. So average comes out to be 5. Okay. Geography, it's not much. Like once they have asked 1 question, once it's 0. So average, it's coming out to be 0. We'll take it 1. Okay, let's see. Environment, again, it's little surprising. One will expect that there will be more current affair based questions in environment. But if you observe minutely, it's actually static. Like last year, there was no question, okay, which was current affairs based. Okay, and last year there were 7 questions. This is the highest. Okay, they have asked. Otherwise, it's all again like little flat. On an average, it's just 2 questions. Okay. Science and tech, yes, this is little high. Sometimes like they asked 6 questions, 7 questions also. The average comes out to be 4. Okay, but like science and tech, anytime they can ask like 6, 7 questions. Okay, because the nature of subject itself is dynamic. Now, international organizations, reports, and ranking. Now, this is important. Okay, because like this is a category in itself. Okay, we have not clubbed it as a part of general knowledge, because this can be studied, like there is a pattern to it like that. Therefore, we have like mentioned it separately. Last year there were 5 questions on this category. The average has been 2. Okay, and then there is other general knowledge. Okay, which is like totally random again. Okay, like not related to any of the above, totally random. So over there the questions have been like slightly varying, like sometimes 6, 7, sometimes it's just 0, sometimes it's even 10. Okay, sometimes again 0 or 1, like that. The average has been 4. Okay, Now, if you observe the total, so last year it was 16 questions, which were current affairs based. Last to last year it was 24. Then it has been 10 also, 20. The highest it has been is 44. Okay. It also shows how random UPSC can be. But again, it's an exception. Okay. That should not define our strategy. Our strategy should be defined in what UPSC has done in other 12 years. Okay. Not 1 year, what they have done. Okay. It's a bet we are taking, but we have to take it. Okay. So, on an average, UPSC has asked 17 questions on the basis of current affairs. Now, this is fairly low. Okay, like this actually contradicts the initial assumption or the narrative that 40%, 50 questions, like 50% questions are from current affairs. It's not true. Okay, only 17 questions on an average since 2011. Even the highest number has not been 50. Okay, it has been just 44, and again, it's just a single year. After that, it has not crossed 27. Okay, like that. So why I'm discussing this topic? The reason is people pay a lot of attention to current affairs, and like everybody you talk to, what's their biggest fear in UPSC Prelims? They'll say it's current affairs. Okay, because it's so random, so unpredictable. It's like 40, 50% questions. Thing is, it's not true. Okay, only 17 questions. Now, if you assume the worst case scenario, let's say 25 questions will come, okay, from current affairs. Now, the thing is, in current affairs, even if you study very well, okay, you cannot have a very good accuracy because it is very vast, okay, it is very random. But the thing is, with static, okay, let's say 25 comes from current affairs and 75 questions come from the static syllabus. There you can target very good accuracy. Like whatever you're going to score, your strategy should be you'll score on the basis of this 75 questions only. And whatever you get out of this 25, that will be bonus. Okay, that will be like cushion. Because this is predictable, right? For this, you have syllabus, you have books, right? For this, you don't have books, you have to rely on institutions. Again, sometimes some institutions like things work out, sometimes it doesn't work out. For this, you have standard books, right? For static part, and the content is also static. You've done it probably previous year also. So this should be a strategy. You should target these 75 questions. You don't have to leave current affairs altogether, but your strategy should be do your best and leave the rest, especially in current affairs. Okay. With that said, I think I'll end the video over here. If you have any questions related to this or related to the data, please comment in the comment section. I'll be very glad to answer. I'll also put a link to the page which discusses this entire post in a post format on our website. So have a look at that as well. In the next video, we'll be discussing the official syllabus of UPSC Prelims. Okay. Now you're aware that UPSC publishes a very minimal syllabus, the UPSC Prelims exam. It's not elaborate. So that creates a lot of problems, okay? Because when there is no prescribed syllabus, it becomes very difficult for us to study. So in next video, we'll try to decode what exactly is the official syllabus of UPSC, that which will help us. I'll also provide you the PDF document of the entire syllabus, which will help you in better preparation. Okay? Now, if you have any queries related to the current affairs or anything else related to prelims, please mention in the comments. If you want me to make video on any other topic or any other misunderstanding regarding UPSC prelims, please mention that as well. I'll be very happy to discuss that in our next conversation. Okay, thank you for your attention. If you want to hear from me about the next video, please like and subscribe our channel so that next time we post the video, you'll get notified. Okay? Thank you.